we're back. Oh, no, we're not.
Fucking matter. You can propose to your mistress for all I care. I just want big number consumer eyeballs drying out as they watch.
Oh, okay, it's the trailer. I saw this, so nothing's been missed. Love the transition. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Tiny.
Gamer chairs.
No,
not yet.
Gross. I'm getting it though. So who do we have on deck to host this thing?
I
mean, we need someone, right?
Grab some water real quick.
Do a celebrity? Ooh, can we get James Vanderbeek?
Team Pasty, huh?
I'm just saying, the people
A giant fucking robot with whoever the shit we want inside of it hosting our show. Inside of it. Hosting our show.
Sorry, what?
Hold.
We've designed, developed, and deployed a wideband interlocal net-modulated telepresence experience through which a virtual host can virtually host our virtually hosted countdown broadcast.
Okay, I'm back.
So what, like a Zoom call?
No.
Mecha Suda!
Margaret?
Now.
I'm so glad Suda gets to do this. Wooga!
What the fuck is that?
What's up, nurse?
Yeah, RoboCop 2 reference. Was it Kane?
25分、5分。
Oh god, they made him max headroom.
59秒か。9秒か。25分、58秒。25分、50。
Is he counting down? He's counting down.
56秒、9秒。25分、55秒。25分、5分、54秒。25分、53秒かな。25分、52秒。52秒。25分51秒、25分50秒、25分49秒、48秒、8秒、25分47秒に。
He's programming me.
26秒、26分、6分。
Card games.
45秒。
More card games.
44秒、25分。43秒、25分、42秒、25分。
What is this?
25分、40秒、10秒。
All right, Suda, we need you to read numbers for an hour.
25分、39秒、20なんとか。誰もいないな。これがいつまで続くんだ。25分。
Keep counting down.
25分。
I noticed you stopped counting the numbers.
実は僕ね。
20 whatever is not a number, my guy. Let me see if we can get you some kind of a break from the numerals. Madge.
My name's Margaret.
Shut up, Madge. Does this thing, I'm sorry. Does this thing have access to the feeds?
Yes, it has access to the feed.
All
All
built
feeds,
the whole
every
robot.
feeds on the planet. Heck, even deep into translocal space. With a little extra juice, it could even transmit all the way to
Sure,
the
yeah,
strong.
can he do trailers?
Yes. Trailers, number station feeds, launch codes, replicant incept dates, satellite destruct instructions, suggestive TikTok dances, the basics. It's also equipped with a trichordal thermonuclear central mass displacement cannon.
Hot stuff. Give me the button.
Okay, yeah, sure, whatever.
What say you and I put the marketing into the Devolver Digital Marketing Countdown?
I hope most of the Suda footage is just him, like, standing idly on set, nodding.
にお金ないともう変わんないよ。
It works. We did a thing.
投げたのもう。
Open up the Cult of Lamb release date trailer.
プロセス中。
$89.75 billion, and we use it to hawk a video game.
プロセス中。プロセス中。プロセス中。
Time for a world premiere. Oh, it's cute. Let me look up how to say world premiere in Japanese. Oh, this is gnarly. Is it a frog knight? Is it a frog? Oh, he's evil. Huh. I like this music a lot. I don't know if I'm managing this whole village or if I'm one of the animals in it. If I'm managing it, good. If I'm one of the animals, maybe not. Oh, there's Froge. Okay. Yeah, this does seem like it's a cute cult. Yeah, this is some Happy Tree Friends energy, isn't it? It's right in the name. All right. No, it's so cute. Okay, all right. I like this. I know I've been playing a lot of ActRaiser, or I played a lot of ActRaiser Renaissance. Oh heck, we summoned a demon. I'm into it. So I'm gonna guess that like there's a village management, cult management side, and then that is how you like unlock new items or get like base upgrades for the roguelike aspect of running dungeons and fighting demons? Maybe it's not roguelike, I don't know.
Who, Devolver? No, we didn't make that. Massive Monster made it.
Yeah.
People are gonna be obsessed when it
でもちょっ
drops.
と待って君たちゲームじゃなくてさビデオだけ作ってるよね
Oh, well, no, not just the videos. We're the publisher. We publish the games. That's important stuff, you know. It's basically the same thing as making the games without all the, you know, effort, creativity, time, energy that goes into making said game. I think of us as a humanitarian service, like FEMA or Crocs.
You guys see the numbers? That sheep game or whatever did us a duper mad spike. Wild stuff. Really wild stuff.
Oh god.
Tastes like baby food.
Guess what world premiere is in Japanese?
No, you don't know. What do you know?
Warudo Purimiya.
What's going on? Is it working?
On the fucking moon.
Like, your pre-sales engagement.
But these numbers are like nothing we've ever seen.
Well, that's good though, right?
Too good. Nina, these numbers are like nothing
Warudo
anyone.
Purimiya.
Something's wrong. We need to tell Hazel this needs to stop.
Whoa there, sport. Just corral up all your little horses, take a breath, make some sense.
What I'm saying is that it doesn't make sense. It can't make sense. According to the tracking, we just...
Are you guys fucking with the numbers?
なんかざわついてるけど
No one's fucking with anything. We just rolled a shit hot trailer.
What the holy heck is going on with these numbers?
なんかざわついてるけどそのデータちょっと僕にもくださいよ
What's at the end of 2001 with gigantic Jupiter space baby and Dave's all shriveled up and computers going nuts like beep boop 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 beep boop.
What's that data?
ああこのこと知ってるな懐かしいな直打ちかなアセンブラ懐かしいねこのデータを解析するのに具体的な時間がかかります
That's a weirdly specific amount of time. I wonder if... Kinda hope to trip.
Oh, wait. What, door kickers? I think that's a different game. Holy shit, this is rad though. It's got the Duke Nukem boot. This animation is nuts. I really like the sort of liquid, like paint. I've seen a whole lot of spray paint. Like 90s street art aesthetic has been all over the place this year. Which is fine because I love it. Like Street Fighter 6 looks like that. There were a couple of games in the Angerfoot. Great name. Oh man, the logo. Nice.
So what's with the numbers?
見ました
Nickelodeon slime
い
game.
やーすげえ映像だったどうだった
I approved that trailer.
あのキックそして打って触手がなんかこんなんでいやほんと目の前にキャラベルドがあったら蹴り倒したい
I've always wanted to kick in a door. I've never done it. I've never been in a situation where it needs to be done. Actually, I was, but we just took the door off the hinges so we didn't destroy it. That's awesome.
There's no comp in that. That was an accident.
Holy butts, another engagement spike! The chat's going nuts, so our social mindshare ratings and marketing relevancy are shooting through the roof.
Somebody
It's a lot easier to donkey kick though. Oh yeah, backwards.
A fucking house on the moon.
What if it's the...
Yeah, that's great. What if it's the... Yeah.
No, yeah, what if it's the trailers? You big dumb robot, do you think...
わかるその通り人生にはやっぱ物語が必要ですよそしてゲームにも物語が必要やっぱり人生とは物語
Oh, Angerfoot has a demo on itch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking something a little more along the...
いやいやトレーラーですよ
Knew it.
Let's make sure.
My lord. Cards! Oh, is this Card Shark? Yeah. This is out now, right? There's already like a... Is this what it... Or is this something else? I think this is card trap. I love the art style. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. This looks really cool. Came out like last week, I think.
Spike. Like big time massive.
What do the numbers look like, though?
Gamers love cards. Yeah, it's all about cheating. Like the mechanic is cheating.
It's like some kind
And I guess people trying to shoot you.
Singularity.
No. No, it can't be.
Did he just say video game singularity?
Oh my
All
god.
video games colliding
What
into
are we
one.
talking about right now?
Video game singularity.
Holy
is
shit.
a hypothetical monomoment of absolute corporate convergence. An event horizon into which kaleidoscopically manifold fractionated conglomerate interests are inescapably pulled.
That's why they were talking about 2001.
Point of infinite density, compressed against the entropic inevitability of, like, I don't know, years of inter-industry corporate mergers, acquisitions between developers, publishers, platform holders, and soulless holding companies. Everyone buying, merging with and acquiring everyone else until the only fucking thing left anymore is one giant, thick, throbbing...
Tetra Ultra Meta Omni Company eating up everything in its way! It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear, and it absolutely will not stop ever until everything is one thing, and that one thing is everything.
And that thing is us?
Oh god! Oh Jesus Christ!
So 2 moon houses?
You're not getting it, Zane.
Imagine all platforms, all
I want a moon house.
characters, all methods of monetization, all hotballed up into one monopolistic orgy of interactive video entertainment. Imagine streaming your favorite prequel as a service on your virtual phone while you're sitting on a toilet in a metaverse Taco Bell while you...
In a committed, non-monogamous relationship with that huge lady from Resident Evil, and
They could be playing Apex Fort Zone on an Atari Dream Station 64.
and it would all be free to play.
Or play to earn.
場合によっては、Play to earn.
How did this happen?
It's the mech. It's gotta be.
It's the only thing powerful enough to do it.
How do the people that work at Devolver, how are they such good
です
actors?
よ。ですよ。テレメトリのコーラーは多分ね安全なはずなんだけどな。
You guys?
Apex Fort Zone?
You guys follow the directions, right?
Of course!
Hit that button. Hit it. The fuck are you seeing? So every year, Devolver Digital's E3 showcase has become more and more a very pointed satire of the state of the gaming industry. It's weird, like...
Once upon a time,
you know how, like, at the Oscars,
squire named John,
comedian will get up and, like, really skewer the industry, but in a fun and kind of safe way? That's sort of what Devolver does. But way more effectively and more cleverly. And they seem to get a kick out of pouring money into the production values of these things.
and generally being very heroic.
Oh, this is so cool!
Then one day, he discovered something rather...
It's always framed as like a picture of a book on a table. Oh! That was a slick move.
He never knew existed.
Oh, that's cool. I've seen games that like do the 2D to 3D flip to like represent changing of console generations and stuff. This seems like it is a big plucky squire. Man, there was like a shoot 'em up stage and stuff. Oh man. That seems like it'd be a super fun ride.
この勇気あるね、主人公。こっちが来ましたよ、現実の世界に。
I can't tell if it's just that these games are amazing or if it's... What the fuck happened to my shirt? What's going on? Is this the singularity?
I just
It has
got
an
sent
eye patch with a bell on it.
You're cooking Mama Mobile. I don't even know what that means. Do you even know what that means? The industry's folding in on itself.
どうですか？
It slaps real hard, 10 out of 10. That's not the point.
G Fuel just put in an offer to buy Valve. Microsoft bought Bethesda again, just for fun.
Just what the ever-shitting fuck buyer have you assholes done now?
Oh, Plucky Squire. We just did the Plucky Squire thing.
Yeah, it was legit the sauce.
To my robot. What have you done to my goddamn robot?
And what's with your shirt?
It's the singularity.
So what is the problem?
The video game singularity. somehow this big dumb whatever the shit is channeling egregious amounts of hype and marketing power into a single point, and everything is converging on that point.
The cuts to Suda just being Suda
What's the problem?
in a robot. It gets to
Devolver Digital Inc. will become the sole arbiter
it's the Max
of all
Headroom background.
video games and everything that goes along with it. A lone, single mega platform with total and unstoppable absolute command over everything.
So what is the problem?
We don't know what we're doing. The Devolver barely functions as a marginally successful video game publisher. We can't be the central ordinal nexus of all industry.
Why not?
Why aren't you getting this?
Oh, I get it. This is the,
Yeah? You can't...
Causing too much hype. Uh-oh. This is melancholy. Oh. Celestial skating. What the fuck, man? Beware the laser diamond! You have angered the hollow diamond. Now you must nail sick tricks. Oh, that's a good one. The diamond is pleased.
I'm a demon? How did they know? Fuck.
The demon
Is my
flips.
tail out?
Glass and pane. Oh, okay, you're a shatter man. You can't fall. All right, I get it. That's pretty cool. Call me Mr. Glass.
It seems like a really dangerous sport to take up if you're made of glass.
Isn't that poetic stuff? Doesn't that just say something to you?
It does. Ooh, skate through the underworld.
That was the Arc de Triomphe.
This is too much like my real life.
Too much like what?
Too much like my real life.
Cool. That looks cool. I could play that.
Jesus. Annapurna Interactive just merged with Mountain Dew.
Fuck. They're gonna make a soft drink out of Journey.
I'd drink that.
It's not gonna stop. The hype is too
I like a
great.
Mexican pizza and a large journey. Large journey 0, please.
Nothing at the end, just to get viewers, and built a machine we don't understand to do the counting down. We were so preoccupied with whether or not we could, we didn't stop to think if we should. We can't stop counting. It can't even stop itself counting. This machine is a mechanized construct of stuff that's complicated. It's off the rails, and it's just as stuck as we are.
So, no Moonhausen.
No. Nothing. First it will be Devolver, then it will be everything. We won't even... What the...
Version actualized.
It's the mech! The fribbing Goram Sitspit son of a smacking Shaz butt! Is it almost time? Are we almost ready?
I guess this is also their...
Listen, you have to listen to me. The only way out
They're also making fun of multiverses.
we were wrong! We were so wrong!
なぜ暗いの?
In the beginning, it is always dark.
ワールドプレミア。
それは何?
A single loot box coin. It is all that remains of my vast empire.
ビデオゲームは消えてしまったの?
Oh man.
Yes.
じゃあ、すべて無駄だったんだね。
No, it hasn't. Video games can arise again. And you. And your dreams and wishes.
どうやって?
Open your hand.
Dude needs to make a loot box game.
What are you going to wish for?
わからない。
Then there will be no more video games anymore.
You have the power.
靴お願いでき
The
る
SJW's won.
As many as you want. And the more wishes you make, the more magnificent video games will become.
Wow.
本当
Try it.
I hope Devolver gave Asuda like a production budget for life pass.
じゃあ最初のお願いは
No more Heroes Battle Royale.
Start up the machines. Call up Dr. Pepper.
What the shit is it doing?
I don't know what's happening.
Everything. All of it.
It's under some power. We're locked out.
All at once.
Contract, this is nowhere in the
Shadows of the Dam 2 would be fun. I really enjoyed that game. It wasn't profound, but...
美しい
Is he making a Predator game? Maybe that's what this is.
Take a look.
Where's the timeline go from here, though? That's what we have to ask ourselves. Because they're all dead, theoretically, but that's happened before. Yeah, he blew up Devolver to unify the timelines. Costumer's costume designer's assistant. Oh, Popper, thanks for the Prime. Ali B, thank you for the Prime. There's a lot of goofs in the credits. You gotta read pretty fast, though. Minor Tom, thanks for the sub. Other publishers need theme songs for their conferences. Devolver's the only one out here trying. I haven't seen Wizard of Space and Time yet. I think it's time. I think I'm at that phase in my understanding of film. What do they do with the mech now? I saw a special thanks to Arby's beef and cheddar in there.
Sometimes you just need a beef and cheddar.
Yeah. Sometimes it just hits. I feel like Arby's meat probably comes in a bag too. Like
Let's not talk about it.
It's a liquid
we don't
until
want to
you
think
squirt it out.
No. We don't want to think about where it comes from or
And then they like hit it with a special light,
Nope.
like
Nope,
and then it
nope,
like
nope.
solidifies into.
Absolutely not. We don't want to think about it.
And then
we
they, like,
just,
put it into a spiralizer
We just
or something.
occasionally eat it and don't think about it.
Extruded meat from a tube. Yeah.
No. Don't think about it.
Cool. That was rad. There were a lot of really cool looking games in there. This looked super cool. Man. Also, I'm really down with that like super squishy 2D animation look.
It's very cute.
Yeah. Hold on, what's this shot of them all like eating in their creepy like yeah. Wait, oh. That's so cute. They're all munching on, I guess, dead fish and meat. Yeah, little meats fly out and feed them, I guess. Like their little nom nom faces. Look at you up there.
Yeah.
So happy with your flock.
Cute evil.
Yeah.
I love cute evil. Cute evil is my brand. Look at that. Ah! I'm gonna murder everyone. Ah! But not in like a horrible, awful way. And it'll be fun and everybody will have a good time.
It's a fun way. Fun. All right.
Fun way. And
Excellent.
not everyone. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they showed 3 games, this Angerfoot and then the... No, wait, there was another one. Oh yeah, Card Shark. God, that hard style. I'm hearing a lot of 90s EDM coming back too, which is a good thing for me. But not like dance. It's all been like hard style. It's all been the weirder
hard
stuff.
Vape, hard
Drum and
vape,
bass.
Hard vape, hard vape. Tracksuit, hard vape.
No PC? Oh, for Colts? Oh, I'm sure. Devolver's always been a pretty... At least PC parody. I don't know that they've ever done any console exclusive
So
stuff.
what's with the numbers?
Hard bass, yeah. Bow, 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 bow.
Improve that trailer.
あのキックそして打って触手がなんかこんなんで、いや本当目の前にキャラベルドがあるから。
Man, this looks so choice.
Roam the land in search of adventure, battling beasts, helping the helpless.
Look at that fat pig. Come on, I want to see that. That was a sphere. That was a sphere pig. Yes. Very good. Very good, fat boy. He's got his like underwear all up next to his chin. That's how spheres have to wear their underwears. He looks disturbed to be being held too.
Well, wouldn't you be? You don't have like, he doesn't really have arms. He only has feet and a sphere and ears.
I'm gonna call attention to this. This dog has a hat. Hold on a second. There we go. Look at this dog and his little hat.
A bowler hat,
Yeah.
specifically. And a bone.
Check that out. How about that? I guess a person selling a painting. Shoutouts to anyone that puts hats on their dog.
And generally being very heroic.
I want to punch out. Wait, that little bee in the background?
Heroic.
But like Rambo muscles is so good. I like this little guy back here. Kind of reminds me of Tintin, I think. Is that what I'm thinking of?
Is that like your high school mascot? Look at him.
Oh yeah, Buzzy. Maybe? There's another... I guess kind of the head shape a little similar. I thought Tintin had like vertical lines for eyes. It's like Rambo Tintin. Everybody's buffed out. This is rad.
But then one
Finally. Finally games can be buffed out again.
curious.
So sick of games not being thick as hell. Although Street Fighter 6 is doing all the work there.
Never knew existed.
That look is so wild. It's like lighting. It's very Toy Story lighting, I guess. A lot of fuzzy shadows. Oh, there was another orb. It was 3D sphere or pig sphere. Yes. So round. Super jacked. I guess every time it seems like every time this character goes into a video game reference as a mini game, they become super jacked. And maybe that's just part of like going back to like all these 80s games where the protagonists were more like Contra Man. Bill. Oh yeah, okay. This aesthetic is just unimpeachable. 4 games, yeah, from one publisher in a given year. That's pretty good. There's no way in hell that like any big publisher publishes like 4 new IP in 1 year. This is kind of what I mean, you know? You can sit there and get mad about a free-to-play game, or you can pay attention to the incredible games that are being made right now. You can talk about them, you can share them with your friends, you can buy them, you can post about them.
Yeah.
But, you know, people would rather make these huge, sanctimonious speeches about how free-to-play is ruining the industry or something. It's not. Like, demonstratively, amazing games are still being made and funded more than ever before, so there's no evidence that A affects B.
Jesus.
Just focus on B. That's where you want to be.
With Mountain Dew.
It's so much calmer. Anyway. If Devolver can consistently make games like this, well, they're not making them. That was kind of a point made in the... So the game there is odd, because I remember Rooster Teeth wanted to get into this too. Like, Devolver and Annapurna are really good about finding these projects and funding them and getting them under publishing contracts. And that's not a bad thing. I've heard nothing about either of those companies being difficult to work with. But it's like, it's a balancing act. People have to make the games, right? And there's only so many games being made at any given time, and only so many of them are worth the funding and might recoup their money. So yeah, Devolver's got, scouts out there who, go to indie game shows, who, trawl itch for all the demos to try to find those projects that show promise, that just need funding. I feel like that would be a really interesting job, to be a scout. But you can't just find a demo you like. You have to have the sense, right? You have to look at a demo and know that it's coming from a team that just by playing their demo, it seems like they might be able to make a game that can ship. I feel like that would be a really interesting challenge and skill set to develop.
They go to companies and they pitch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yes. They also go to them with vertical slices, along with also pitch decks.
So it's mostly developers pitching publishers, not a whole lot of publishers scouting projects?
No, it's both.
Oh, okay.
Usually there's a representative. Each of the major, how at the end of Day of the Devs, how they were talking about ID at Xbox and Nintendo's, I know some of the people that actually do some of the stuff for Nintendo and PlayStation and stuff. So they reach out to smaller companies and go to showcases, things like that. And we'll talk to smaller dev teams and then bring them in so that they can pitch to the larger teams so that way they can try to get funding. But those people, usually the funding that they get from big companies it's not always enough unless it's from a Sony or an Xbox. If you get funded from them, yeah, you're covered because they're big publishers, and you'll get everything, and then you're going to get their marketing dollars, you're going to get their clout, you're going to get all of their social media channels, all of that stuff. But when you have a lot of other companies, you're going to need more money and more funding. So that's when you start you have a pitch deck that you're taking to angel investors, you're going to other companies, you're continually trying to get money and funding to keep that shit going for as long as possible to keep your studio going. Because just because you get one check does not mean that your studio is funded indefinitely, because you still have to keep paying the bills depending on how long your development cycle is. Because games aren't made within 2 months or 6 months or even a year, depending on what the project is. So some companies, you're able to find them through student projects, GDC, people, submitting and pitching and sending them out. But then there's also, through those partnered stuff like that. But then there's also the people that are actually reaching out to those companies and trying to show them and showcase them so that they can get funding and money, or through meeting people. So that's why I always tell people to network a lot and to talk to other people and to be hey, you need to show off your games. You need to talk to these people and to tell them this is why this game is important. This is why you need to sell it. So being able to have showcases like this, most of these devs probably wouldn't be able to have the opportunity. They don't have a social media platform. They don't have something they don't have channel, they don't have voice to show any of this off. So being able to be on a large enough voice streaming like this is a really, really big deal for them, because it allows people to have eyes on their project, because normally they wouldn't. That's always the biggest problem with indie devs is most of them don't necessarily have the time or energy or know how to market a product. And because most of their teams are so small, they don't have the budget to hire a big agency or even full-time staff that are focusing on trying to even pitch to outlets constantly and be hey, you want to talk about this game? Or reaching out to content creators. Hey, do you want a free code? Do you want this? Because that takes so much time, because you can't just mass send out codes. You have to evaluate and make sure that these people are legitimate, and that they're not just reselling codes. They're actually going to play the game. They're going to put it on stream. They're going to talk about it. They're going to be positive. Sorry, I went on a tangent.
No, it's okay. The tongue coming out. No, this is all really. I think this is all really interesting and valuable information. The process by which games get funded is an interesting thing that drives virtually everything. Like the money is where it all begins. You got to pay people to work, and that's like that can dictate the scope of the project you take on, the features you think you can support. You're all planning it out against the check, and then maybe you get more investing and you can make your product better. But yeah, to think about like running a studio and the game's not ready and you're running out of time and you're looking at the numbers and you just don't. You like have to make money, so you have no choice but to release a product that you know is not quite ready, but you know it can be there in like 3 months, and you just gotta like rip the Band-Aid off because there's no other way.
Well, and that's the thing too, is that in some stages of products, like when you're trying to make it like, so specifically, like I know someone, and I'm not going to use names or anything like that, that has basically started their own studio. And they've built a team, and they have a pitch deck. They have a vertical slice. They've gotten their like first and technically second round of funding, which means they can now fund their studio and pay people to make a larger chunk of the game. But that's only enough money until basically the end of the year. It's not enough money to make the full game and to launch it. That's enough money for them to show substantial gameplay so that they can pitch it to an Xbox or a PlayStation or a Nintendo and say, look at this product. We think that there is a lot of value here. We want to publish it on your platform because that's the ultimate goal. Or the potential of, hey, we're a really viable studio. Do you want to acquire us? We can be a developer that clearly we can make a good product. We can do things on time. Here's what we've accomplished in X amount of months. We clearly have the talent. Maybe you need to purchase our studio, which is another thing that happens because I have other people that I knew that started a studio, were acquired by Tencent because they showed within a certain amount of time, we've accomplished X amount of goals. Like, here's what we've done. Here's our vertical, here's all the stuff that we had. And they were like, oh, that's cool. You know what? You're a worthwhile studio that we should have in our roster. Let's go ahead and hire you. Because a lot of times those dev for hire studios don't even necessarily like create their own games. They end up like, you know, when you watch credits for games and you see like 6 other studios that work on something, it's usually because those projects are so big that the main studio that's working on it can't finish everything in time. So they have to farm out like assets, like additional assets, additional like character art, additional like environmental pieces. So they go, or like even just character AI, like whatever else that they need to get engineering shit done, they'll go to these like dev for hire studios that know that they can work on them, do other stuff, like even extra missions for DLC. Those teams can go in, they just basically give them design docs and what they need and say, all right, go ahead and build it for us and give it back. And then that's what they do. And these studios that are already on the roster with these companies will build pieces out and deliver it. And then that's what gets implemented into the game. And they're fully functioning development studios, but they're not even making their own games. They're working on IPs that are owned by a parent company or have been contracted out for them. So that shit happens like all the time.
Yeah, it's a very robust industry, and I think most people conceive of it as a very simple industry. But yeah, hyper complicated. The money comes from a lot of different sources. So I'm curious about the situation you described where you have an indie studio that has enough money to build a more robust vertical slice to pitch with. I'm guessing in the event that they do launch a game, like the contracts must be organized such that your company, once it starts earning money, that's when you repay, and in this order? Is that kind of how that goes? I've always been curious about if you owe money to multiple
percentages,
parties.
Either that you get back to either the people that have put in money, like the original investors, or they get like a percentage of sales or things like that. It just depends on what the actual negotiations were for the contract. And also depends on how much money they actually invested. Because also sometimes co-founders or founders for companies, sometimes they actually also and put in their own seed money, depending on if they have bonus shit from, when they worked at other companies. Like people that I knew that like worked at Rockstar for years, right? And then they were like, well, I still get all of my old checks, right? From like all my old royalty checks, and they like sit in an account. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to use this to help build something else, and that's what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to invest in other places, and so then they get that money back. So that's just kind of what people will do with that money too, and then that way, like, it's just not sitting there instead. I've known people have done that with like bonus checks from different companies I work for, like Riot, shit like that.
Yeah, so you can convert success into more success. Yeah, let's see here. Oh, Neon Phil just noticed that the sword is actually a fountain pen nib.
Oh, that is very cute.
And then the squire has like a feather in it, like a feather and quill kind of thing. Plucking feathers. Oh, it's just, this is super adorable. Listen now. All possible futures. What else have they worked on? I don't know if they have a page. This is a band? All right. Oh, it's an album released by Miami Horror. All right. Okay. Well, I think that'll wrap up the stream for today. I would keep going, but I got an episode of Inside Games to write. And Bruce is actually rehearsing for an E3 thing he's going to be doing. So we get to record that later than usual. But yeah, good day of video games. Bizarrely, it kind of seems like Jeff Keighley's showcase was... the most corporate. I'll say that. Most corporate. There was a lot of soul in the other ones, in the Devolver and in the Day of the Devs presentations. You gonna shave your head too? I'm actually gonna get a haircut tomorrow, but no, not shaving my head. Ace Combat 4 soon, probably next Wednesday. Let me check. But then that wraps up the stream for today. Tomorrow, it's Force Friday, so I'm gonna be starting Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones, because there was one game named Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones, and it's on the Game Boy Advance. So I'm going to be playing that. I think that's the next one in the offing. So we're throwing it back to the early aughts, and then I'll be streaming a bit later than usual because I have a haircut, and then I also have an orthodontist appointment. And then on Saturday is the Future Games show, which is always interesting. A lot of like diverse titles in that show usually, and also the PC Game show, but that's on Sunday. Saturday, Future Games show, and Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil. I want to keep playing that expansion. Is that the vehicle combat one? No, that was Super Bombad Racing, which has already been played through. That was a hell of a thing. The Ranker likes to breathe a lot, is what I learned. And also, there's a grungy late '90s rocker dude called Wade Vox that looks really dumb and has a goatee or a soul patch. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. Appreciate you hanging out. Like I said before, one of the things that I love is sharing new games and marketing and hearing other people's takes on things. And I'm glad Steph was able to be here.
Well, thank you for letting me be here, even though I know that's not what the people signed on.
Well, they got it anyway, because it's better this way. I mean, Steph's been working in the games industry for over 20 years now?
God, it's not 20, almost. Or I think about 20 years.
You have massive amounts of experience. And I take pride in any chance that I can to have actual game developers share information about the way that things actually work. So you'd sign up for more Steph streams? Good. But yeah, thank you all very much. E3, well, game announcement fever season, I guess is what it's called now. It's always great. And it's not over yet, so I'm excited. But yeah, Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones tomorrow, Future Game Show, and Doom 3 on Saturday. And Sunday is the big one. That's the the Microsoft and Bethesda showcase. And then the PC Games show. Bruce and I are going to get together. We're going to crush some brews. And we're going to just shoot the shit. Take the piss out of video games.
Be very drunk at the house.
Oh, yes. And I want to put together like a playlist of magic moments from E3's past. So maybe in between the showcases, we do a little walk down memory lane.
You gotta remember to turn off your night.
Yeah, I will maybe do that. Maybe. I view it as I'm over-delivering value. When somebody sponsors this channel, they get their money's worth. While I'm watching other sponsored content that other people are riding in the wake of. It's wild how many layers there are to like eating crumbs off the table. So Jeff Keighley organizes a whole show that is driven by marketing, and he puts in, or he sells space for ads that have nothing to do with games. And then I restream it, and then people that are interested in the games watch me watching Jeff, and we all kind of
Where's Gillette Man fit
absorb
into this?
some nutrients off the side of the hull. Mr. Caffeine will probably make a showing. And yeah, the Gillette robot. I guess he's there. He's right there. Maybe they repurposed Chickbot for Mecha Suda. I do wonder where that mecha is going to go after this show is over. But thank you all very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. See you guys then. And hey, enjoy a video game today. That's my prescription.
Some of the other titles that are